Previously on the Road to Tekken 8.
This is the Road to Tekken 8 Episode 1, the final battle of Jin Kazuma versus Kazuya Mishima. In this series, we'll have a recap on the Tekken series starting from pre-Tekken 1 through 7. So I've done some research on the game's lore and Soul Calibur since the series now takes place in 2005, but we're going back to 1959 and 1971 with Tekken 1.
And then it continues. After Kazumi's downfall and Jinpachi's imprisonment, Heihachi, who was now at 52, decided to start up a tournament called the King of the Iron Tournament, sponsored by the financial group. Also, Leroy Smith lost his family during World War II when Jinpachi was the founder, and he wants revenge on the Zaibatsu, but that wouldn't occur until 2005, which we'll get to later. Many fighters like King the First, Michelle Chang, Nina and Anna Williams, Martial Law, and Paul Phoenix, and Kazuya entered as well. He fought Paul Phoenix and the match ended in a draw. After that, Kazuya went into the final round and fought his father for payback. And then,
a few minutes later,
Heihachi was defeated by Kazuya and drops him off into a cliff and smiles victoriously.
Like a mouse! You serious?
Hello! We are serious, Jonah!
In addition, Kazuya won $1 million and took over the financial group, thus ending Tekken 1. Let's take a look at what happened to the original fighters during this story. The original Jack is a super slaughtering military machine and super killing robot developed by the former Soviet Union. The Russian military got wind of Heihachi's world coup d'etat plans right away and entered Jack in the King of the Iron Fist tournament to get rid of him. And only a robot could boast such violent attacks and stupendous power. As for King the First, he was a friendly rival of Armor King, and he was in need of money to fund the orphanage that he was taking care of, and with the little money he had, King decided to enter the King of Iron Fist tournament in the hopes of winning the prize money. And King entered the tournament, where he accidentally damaged Armor King's eye during their fight. And King emerged victorious, managing to secure third place, winning enough money for the orphanage. For martial law, he worked in a Chinatown restaurant in San Francisco while dreaming of opening his own martial arts school. And he took part in the King of the Iron Fist tournament to open a school with the prize money, while at the same time to make himself world famous. For Michelle Chang, she is the daughter of a Native American woman and a Hong Kong man sent by Heihachi to find an ancient treasure on the Native American land. Eventually, on her 18th birthday, she hears from her mother that her father had been killed by Heihachi's men, and she is taking part in the tournament to take revenge on Mishima. Nina Williams is a silent assassin, and she learned assassination techniques from her father and Aikido for self-protection from her mother. And therefore, she has an outstanding fighting sense, and she was sent to assassinate Heihachi Mishima, the sponsor of the tournament, but her real intentions are not clear. As for Paul Phoenix, he was a hot-blooded American fighter who understands and loves to practice the martial arts, and Paul views Kazuya as his rival, as a previous fight with him ended in a draw, and the rivalry is one-sided, however. Believing his true self exists in a heated battle, Paul partakes in this tournament looking for a stronger opponent. Yoshimitsu is the head of the Manji clan, and he entered the King of the Iron Fist tournament as a distraction to allow the Manji to steal the tournament's funds unobserved. And whilst participating, Yoshimitsu encountered Ganryu, a corrupt sumo wrestler. In contemptuous of Ganryu's disrespect for the sumo code, Yoshimitsu stole Ganryu's ill-gotten gains and gave it to the poor. For Anna Williams, she is Nina's little sister by 3 years, and since childhood, Anna and Nina both learned assassin techniques from their father. But their father only showered Nina with affection, and unlike her sister who has become an active assassin, Anna desired an ordinary life, and her father never forgave her for that. And Anna hates her unaffectionate father, his exclusive love, and what's more, she envies Nina, who succeeds in their father's craft, and Anna grows tired of waiting for her time of revenge. As for Armor King, he is a rival from a time when King the First was nothing but a rookie. And King the First accidentally crushed one of Armor King's eyes during a match some time ago. And since then, King became the star of a professional Mexican wrestling world, basking in the spotlight. Conversely, Armor King's handicap quickly sped him in the opposite direction, and Armor King has joined the tournament to destroy King and take part of the professional wrestling world. For Ganryu, a gifted Rikishi was the youngest sumo wrestler in the history of the spot to be promoted to Uzeki, or champion. He was also, without a doubt, the strongest wrestler in the world of sumo, but due to his unacceptable conduct outside the ring, he failed to uphold the dignity prized by the sumo world, and as a result, he was not promoted to the rank of Yokozuna, and that was the sumo grand champion, and consequently, Ganryu separated himself from the world of sumo and entered a world quite the opposite. For Kuma, he was once an abandoned cub in the forests of the Mishima estate, and Heihachi Mishima found Kuma and took him in as a pet, and when Kuma reached adulthood, Heihachi built him an outhouse to cater for his impressively large frame. Heihachi taught the bear simple commands and hand signals, which Kuma picked up at an alarming speed, and Kuma was even taught rudimentally Japanese. And after 2 years, Heihachi realized the power contained in Kuma. So, he trained Kuma in the arts of Kuma Shinken. Kunimitsu is a former member of the Manji Party Thieves Guild. Kuminitsu was denounced from the group by its leader, Yoshimitsu, when she stole from her own personal interests, going against the Manji's party principles. Even after her expulsion from the Manji party, Kunimitsu pursued working as a thief, indulging her fancies, and she's an irredeemable rogue. It would appear that she has her sights set on the Native American treasure Heihachi has pillaged. For Li Qiaolong, he is Heihachi Mishima's adopted son, and Kazuya Mishima's rival. And as Kazuya's rival, he was expected to follow him in as closely as possible. From a young age, the same imperialistic teachings that were hammered into Kazuya were also hammered into him, and those feelings drove him into the master of martial arts. And in the underground world of fighting, he is feared and known as the Silver-Haired Devil. Wang Jinrei is a kind-hearted individual who sympathizes with his fellow countrymen and is the head of the overseas Chinese merchants. And he is also a very close friend to Kazuya's deceased grandfather, Jinpachi Mishima. And after Jinpachi's death, Jinrei fell under Heihachi's influence. But truth be told, he didn't feel comfortable with Heihachi's conduct. The prototype version of Jack was developed in Russia, but since it was just a step in the production, the skin was removed from the mecha. Prototype Jack, or P-Jack for short, was only built for power, so his power of capacities far surpasses of that of the completed Jack. And the tournament sponsor, Heihachi Mishima, has entered Prototype Jack into the contest in order to pit him against Jack.
This video is a pain more than it should have, so I'm splitting it into 2 parts.
We hope you enjoyed the video, and remember,
Don't forget to subscribe!
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe.